and Yuzhong being the final ban for the side of Vanguard. Oh boy, guys, one more pick until we see what the final two picks are for the side of Vanguard. I'm excited, guys.
It's kind of tough because I'm really racking my brain for this.
Okay, I feel like Vanguard should be going for something more normal this time around, right?
There we go, wave clear.
Nathan and perhaps a Vexana.
Normal? Normal? You said normal? This is a Nana Leslie that is being picked on the side of Vanguard. This is
Hey,
anything,
at least it's not Cyclops.
this is anything but normal. We saw Nana being picked earlier on in the season. We did also see Leslie getting played. Man, this is not normal, and this is exactly what I expect from the side of
The
Vanguard.
massive tilt coming in from Chase. That is the lullaby to my ears.
I mean, Leslie is my favorite hero, but like,
I mean, I can hear Moman right now cheering from the stands as he sees Leslie getting picked up as well. A little bit of a fist pump in the air. How is Lee going to respond with the Yeve?
Here's the thing though. I'm looking out for the
Gear
exact
Novaria?
reason why they decided to pick up Leslie. The only other thing that I can think of is probably Vision. Just ultimates. One of the main things that Leslie is really great for when it comes down to being a marksman is not damage, no, is not burst. But it comes down to the fact that she is untargetable whenever she goes invisibility. So she's really good against heroes that focuses onto point-click abilities, point-click stuns, so on and so forth. However, for the side of Bleed's lineup, every single one of these heroes work on AoE,
Yep.
right? It is all skill shots. Perhaps only against the carry is a tad bit different. So the only final thing that I can look out for is just carry versus Leslie. Leslie, superior range, fight against carry, carry loses. That's the only other reason I can see why Leslie is a debated pick to go up against carry. Just as simple as that. No other reasons. As for Nana, Nana is indeed a very annoying hero. We have seen before, right? Molina's Smooch, Molina's Gift, everything. From the first skill, ultimate, passive, this Nana is not a hero that you should just gloss over. Not a hero that you should be reckoned with. You gotta be real careful about the innate potential of Nana. And I find it okay. They need that wave clear anyways because they are picking Leslie, who is weak at wave clear. So they need a mage that can wave clear well enough.
Yeah, I think the Nana-Leslie combo is very interesting. We actually do see this in quite a few ranked games as well, right? We're starting to see some similarities, I suppose. But the Nana with that wave clear, with the ultimate hits like a truck if you're able to hit multiple times, right? And honestly speaking, in this kind of team composition, it's not a bad call for the side of Vanguard. Once again, Youngin showing us his truly unique picks.
One other thing that we were too focused on when it comes down to the Leslie and Nana pick was the fact that Gear has decided to play the Novaria as the roam instead, putting Jay as the anchor of the team. So he's the mage of the team, and he's going to be the one in the middle of the team. So the games are understandably going to be played around Jay for most of these periods, and the problem about that is that playing a Yeve into a Nana is actually pretty darn dangerous.
Yes, it is. Because when Yeve uses her ultimate, she stands still and she's not able to move, right? Which gives perfect timing for Sunny.
I'm offended, already committed, and not only just that, real world manipulation. Dex still secures the turtle though before he buggers all the way out. Yon picks up first blood onto Nick Stain. Damage from Jay, looking at Ken right here. Final slash to try to slow it down. Ken making a play word. He's actually done all the way. Ken! Down really low. It's Sagino has a slash. Go for it! And Ken bursts a finger on Jay as well, trying to get back, but he's actually not done. Yes, Sagino! No! Ken picks up a double kill on this Arlon. Man, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Level 5 Ken. That is...
I'm having PTSD.
It is definitely a problem for Bleed, right? I'm not too sure whether they counted onto the dashes, but there was definitely a window of opportunity for them to really deal with Ken. So throughout this entire team fight, we can see that Ken has been pretty much going all around. Jay has used his RWM. And all three members, Gear, Sakitnu, and Seiji, they are, sorry, not Seiji, and Jay, they're all together. And just from a single final slash from Ken and everything else, they did whatever that they could. But they have decided to go all the way back, and they fear, not Ken, but they fear because of Sunny.
Yep, I'm offended. Already committed by Sakitnu. J, real world manipulation just to wave clear. Should be up for the next turtle though, but yeah, Vanguard never ceases to amaze me.
Vanguard pulling out these surprise picks is the highlight of the day for me, man. I never thought I'd see a Leslie Nana combination, a Johnson Odette in the playoffs of MPL SG, but these these unique picks seems to be working extremely well for the side of Vanguard. And honestly speaking, with the lead that Ken has brought Vanguard, it seems like anything could happen in this final game of the series.
Now, we're back under the stalemate. Vanguard doesn't necessarily have a very huge lead on top of lead, but there, of course, could still be some kind of opportunity. Nick Stain!
And also onward as well. Yon goes for the heavy spin, pushing Deck away, pushing Ken away, but Ken find a slash right here. Still pick up the mega kill. No more juggle for the side of Vanguard. Vanguard lead already. Real world manipulation would not be able to connect. Nick Stain goes down, but also taking Sagitnu down for the count as well. Vanguard right here, 4v3 with Deck still have the retribution.
This is actually a problem here, with the two frontliners from the side of Bleed falling down that easily, while Vanguard not losing anyone. This is actually a huge cause for concern. Bleed, they don't have the damage despite fielding in double mage for this lineup. With one mage taking the roam role, they're supposed to be able to get a lot of information out of the Novaria, number one. Number two, with Jay having the RWM, they should be able to control the tides of the battle a lot earlier. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the RWM came in fast enough. And during the period where Yon actually had the heavy spin locked down on the Ken, I don't see any pressure on the Ken.
Yeah, look, I mean, Ken is a problem for the side of Bleed, right? He is now being able to burst down a lot of the front line of Bleed. It's as if Bleed didn't have a front line. It's just really, really, really squishy. And honestly, these fights are just going on to Vanguard's favor. As we take a look at the items right now, Ken almost 1K up. Leslie, 400 gold up. Honestly, in total, Vanguard 1.6k in 6 minutes of the game is looking pretty good, man.
If you're a Leslie player, you'll be smiling right here. Berserker's Fury already built, going all the way to the endless battle. Ahead of Seiji. Yes, the items on the Leslie is a lot more expensive. But yeah, you can fight right now. Just take a look. The one poke, that's $400 damage, true damage
Pop,
right there.
money flies. Pop, money flies again. But okay, but back to the case here. Sunny's gold is actually looking to be pretty done fine, and the amount and the fact that Sunny already has a Genius Wand as well, you gotta have to be real careful about that. With Jay
manipulation, zoning everybody out so that Seiji gets the damage coming up here. And Yon hits the members on the side of Vanguard all the way down to the wall. Where's the follow-up coming up from Bleed? Luxurious Gain get taken down by Yon right here. Dak burns Jay down, and then Yon now he gets caught in no man's land. Ken returns the favor. Ken! It's unstoppable right now. 5-0 is 1.
I don't understand. This is not exactly a composition whereby Yon can just go on a proxy, land a hit onto someone and just lock that person in and have the rest of the team to come follow up. Because Jay is not a mobility mage. Here, he gonna have to play far. If anything, Yon proxies the lane and he's gonna be all alone. Seiji's range is short. No one is realistically gonna be able to help Yon in a lot of these occasions. And a lot of these occasions, we are going to see Yon dying more and more and more often.
That is true, unless, I mean, just a theory, right? But what if Yon heavy spins the opponent's team into them? But that also doesn't really work, right?
Like speedy light wheels, shreds. That's a-okay. Sagitnu now stepping forward just a little bit. I hear the retribution being secured, being used by Yon already. Well, still not too bad because the turtles has already stopped spawning. And now they're going to the mid-game part. Vanguard, 2.4k gold lead.
2.4k gold lead. That's almost a whole item. Robot manipulation being
An
used.
awkward angle. That Class Insanity pops, pushing Bleed away and also access a wave clear. And now Liechtenstein, that's the ultimate snipe already committed, would not be able to find Sagitnu.
7-5 current scoreline. We're looking at about 2,300 gold in favor for Vanguard. In terms of standing objectives, Vanguard is doing a very good job. And neutral objective with 3 turtles. In fact, out of these 3 games that have been played, this is Vanguard's best game.
Yep.
All right, we gotta have to remember that this is their best game. With them winning the first game without any of these neutral objective and hardly any standing objective. Game number 2, it was indeed very difficult, and it's not exactly a game I believe that Vanguard would have won, but they still gave Bleed a hard time. Similarly, no neutral objective, hardly any standing objective. So with this pattern in play, with Vanguard being able to get neutral and standing objectives, this is only gonna turn out a lot more worse for Bleed as time slowly runs out.
The worst part is, especially when you're so squishy, Liechtenstein as this Leslie could just 2-tap you, right? And immediately you're dead. And this battle was really secured by the side of Liechtenstein. And now it's just gonna escalate. Maybe 4 BODs.
That is
Just exactly what the
4
Leslie needs.
BODs, definitely.
Maybe 5.
Don't enable him.
Sales boots, right?
Don't
Maybe
enable him.
6.
I can't believe we were joking about this at the start of the day, and now we're at the end of the day, and
Yep.
we do see a Leslie being played.
Look at that.
That's wicked.
Oh,
man.
nice block coming from Liechtenstein, ensuring that Sunny will be able to stay alive and avoid that 30 seconds cooldown timer. Okay, maybe not 30 seconds, and then roughly about 20 seconds per se. But now, we do have Ken though, playing a little bit sneaky peeky like. I don't think that the members from Bleed knows exactly where he is just yet. Yeah. He has a flicker as well, so if anything, he would want to drag Jay right into the very difficult spot to play, because Jay is the anchor. Wherever Jay is, they for the side of Bleed, they will want to play around Jay. So we're gonna have to look out for Ken.
Yeah, Ken is choosing an opportune angle to enter the fight. Yon is going to spot him out there. Yep, Yon is going to spot him out there, so no more surprises for the side of Ken.
Still a chance.
Embedded tags onto deck. No follow-up. Oh, that's the Friaga armor broken. No more last insanity. Exactly where Bleed steps out comfortably. Not only does that, Jay goes in with a real world manipulation. Nick Stain goes yards and kills a lot in their turmoil. And now with a heavy spin to kind of spin his way all the way. The ultimate snipe will not be able to land onto Yarn. Getting blocked by Bleed. The camaraderie, the brotherhood of Bleed allows Yarn to walk away alive.
Good for Bleed that they managed to open up the map to ensure that Ken don't pull out any sneaky surprises onto them, ensuring that they at the back lines are gonna be fine and a-okay. So that flicker final slash from Ken didn't really amount to anything at all, and in fact Yon even responded with a heavy spin, completely neutralizing the ultimate that Ken has tried to set up for his team. So Bleed being able to get this Lord is expected, and it's good that they are now finally translating whatever that they have gotten in that previous fight to try to create a larger lead.
Yep.
Yeah,
right.
So we see them moving around the map, right? We see Lord being pushing in from the top. We see Bleed pushing down the mid turret right now. This is moving from one objective to the other, and this is the Bleed that we like to see. Deck almost getting caught out here. Had to use the last insanity to escape.
Yep, right now Bleed has to end the problem right here, right now. If not, you know, Liechtenstein is going to do a lot of damage. The snipe from Gear finds onto Liechtenstein and heavy spins all the way out. Vanguard still managed to defend the topside turret.
Oh, amazing communication between Gear and Jay. Just being able to zone out and take a look at the positioning of Liechtenstein.
And not only just that, Final Slash will be able to find onto Sagitnu right here, and now the members from the side of Bleed is trying to look to actually take down the turret, but no! Seiji has to dodge away. The damage coming in from Vanguard right here takes out Yon and Sagitnu.
2 for none. And Ken 601, this guy better be the MVP if Vanguard actually wins this game.
Now where's Moment?
The funny thing is now when I see that the Leslie portrait, I immediately imagine his name over there.
Yeah.
I've seen him play Leslie so damn much, man.
It's true. But you know, I think that's enough about Moment. Liechtenstein on this Leslie to 0-2 and 0. Not putting in so much work, but actually, I think I want to look at the damage graph actually and see how much damage has been done by this Leslie, because I can see her just standing at the backlash, not being able to secure kills, but able to output tons of damage. Oh, actually not that much actually, 18k only.
In the middle.
And Gear with 57k, technically understandable. Their poke game is amazing. And remember how I said that Jay gotta have to be the anchor? Yeah, as long as Jay is always sticking with Gear, it's actually gonna be real difficult for Vanguard to even do anything at a point in time, because Jay can just pop the RWM anytime, and Vanguard might actually find a lot of difficulty trying to get themselves out of it.
Oh, not only just that, Ken. This time around he gets caught. No final slash coming out. He's just holding on just a little bit, and he will use it right now. Jay real world manipulation. The onslaught will be committed by Nick Stain. Nick Stain goes to human form, trying to get out of there. Last insanity power. Fine yawn. Luxion Stain will go down. No damage dealer from the side of Bleed anymore. And Seiji step forward comfortably. Nobody from the side of Vanguard could endanger him. And Seiji shuts down Ken. Puts him down to the ground. Bleed finally coming online.
Jay's not the only one on Bleed who can shoot those comments. Gear is showing that he can play the Novaria as well. Dang, those are some beautiful snipes coming out from the side of Gear.
Gear has been really landing all of these shots time and time again. He's really putting his name onto the mark of here, of this game. 2600 gold ahead, Bleed has it, and the Lord is going to be marching in from the top lane onwards. This is definitely going to be a lot tougher, because remember how we talked about the fact that the only one that can kind of wave clear is Zuni? One of the best answers to wave clearing at the very least. So looking at items, all I can see is a Genius Wand, Lightning Truncheon, as well as a Blood Wings. I was about to say Queen's Wings, but Blood Wings. So we do have 3 items that's built up for the side of Zuni for now, but is it really enough for them to really deal with all of these mega creeps through a single magic boomerang?
Okay, Lord is gonna sneeze. Not even required. Bob will be able to dismantle that. Or Bob's dismantling the mid lane as well, just a little bit more. And now it's just Vanguard trying to defend everything. This 3-prong attack is dealing a lot of damage against Vanguard. And now Vanguard, the base is all wide open. Nick stays forward, but it's gonna get shredded by Seiji. Seiji is outputting so much damage right now. And Vanguard unable to hold. The Lord already crashing in. Jay letting out a real one manipulation to kind of wave clear as well. The Lord working onto the core. And Bleed, one more slash. They send Vanguard home.
Bleed takes it home, and they have managed to send Vanguard back home for the MPLSG Season 7. After a grueling game, they lost Game 1 to Vanguard, and they managed to claw themselves back into the game after, I would say, might have been humiliating if they actually lost Game 2.
That's right.